Ugh. 1220 adverse. So the main difference between this and the standard one is that the range tiles are different. There's some tiles that are different. But the good thing about the adverse is that it has this beautiful Ifrit tile that doesn't touch this box, which means that we can stop enemies from going through the bottom side, and we can basically funnel everything through here in the middle. Basically, I'm just gonna have two operators taking care of the right side, and everything else is gonna be funneled here, where I'm gonna have like a bunch of things defending there and Ifrit to help out. So, I can't auto-deploy because I'm borrowing a bagpipe, but I don't plan on farming this stage. It's an aketon. There's tons of different ways to farm for aketon. I just wanted to clear and just to wipe this off. So if you're doing adverse immediately, we can just do this. It's perfectly fine. So for this clear, I'm going to be using the Abyssal Hunters as my usual. Gladiia and Specter Altar will be taking care of the right side. And I'm bringing Skadi purely for the buff. Like the good thing about Abyssal Hunters is that they buff each other by just existing in the squad. So Skadi is gonna sit there and look pretty. That's her job. And Specter is also gonna get buffed by them, but Specter can be replaced by Hoshiguma if you have her, or Blaze if you have her. But you need like someone who can deal good damage because they're gonna be helping out a lot. And then have a good defender. So I'm using Saria for my case. If you have Sculptor, you can replace Nightingale with Sculptor and use like Mudrock. I don't have. So I tried using Mudrock, she dies. I'm just gonna use Saria instead. And she backup heals too, so we're fine. Thorns, main DPS, Mlynar for ending DPS, you'll know what I mean by that later. 2 healers, you'll need 1 Mullberry or Honeyberry, basically elemental damage healer, and then Nightingale. So I use Nightingale because we need arts defense, resistance, and 3rd skill. If you have Sculptor, I think you can use her. I think it's fine. I don't take my word for it. I don't have Sculptor, but generally that's what people do. So, because she also increases defense. And then my main DP generation will just be our favorite 4-star Myrtle. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you how I did it. Honestly, this gave me just a hard time. Just the mechanics. There was so many mechanics to the boss. And it took a while to like figure out what exactly I needed to do. So, Myrtle first, followed by Bagpipe. And then Gladiia up and Specter facing up. Specter Altar facing up. For Bagpipe, I don't know. 2nd skill I prefer because it's more hands-off and I prefer the hands-off approach. But you can use the 3rd one, just you have to activate it at the right time. Anyway, AoE guard up here, up top. And basically just to block and start dealing damage. Thorny up here, so we can start charging his skill. And it's a bit of a blasphemy, but I'm going for ground units first. Just to get the blocks ready because, our mechanics here is that the blocks are very important. Want to wait for this guy to get blocked by Gladiia before we attack with Specter Altar. And yeah, I'll let these 2 pass. And then put down Saria. Get that extra DP. And then we can retreat Bagpipe. Activate Thorny. And the next thing we're going to put down is Ifrit. So for the ground units, I suggest you go in that order. For the range units, you have to go in the order that I'm about to do. It's very important. Okay. And then I'm going to do Ifrit first. Facing down. Then the next one will be Nightingale because we needed arts resistance. And the last one will be Mobo. And this is very important because in the 2nd phase there is an insta-kill attack that will target operators and will target the last operator that was put down. And basically, um, out of all of them, I would say Mullberry will be like, it sounds terrible, but Mullberry is basically gonna be our cannon fodder for that. What's more important is gonna be the res that Nightingale provides for the units. And but later on, we're actually going to be using also Nightingale's cages, so that Mullberry lives long enough to become bait. I know this sounds extremely terrible. I'm a terrible doctor. Activate Specter while they're still here. Get rid of them faster. So, the mechanics of this boss is, besides all of this damage, especially in the second phase when his mechanics get really out there, there's a lot of attacks that occur randomly throughout. Well, not really randomly. There is rhyme and reason to it, but we have to prepare for those attacks basically, and we don't want this defense to crumble because this is like our bread and butter. Mlynar, as you can see, there's no deployment unit. I'm actually gonna put Mlynar when Mullberry dies. There's no other way. Mullberry is gonna go down, and Mlynar will basically be placed upon Mullberry's death to pick up the pace afterwards. This guy's annoying. This top hat dude basically phases through checkpoints. So this is why you want an AoE guard, or at least an offensive defender like Hoshiguma around. Basically just to make sure to get rid of them and make his health low enough that when he transports the Thorns, he'll be fine. So these are almost dead. And when they die, they're going to have this puddle of AoE damage. And that's why we need that res from Nightingale, just to keep everyone alive. Now the timing of this is when they come back, they're going to make a bunch of drones. When the drones are out, get the cage out. And the cage will basically attract this massive amount of physical damage, which would have gone to Mullberry. So when you see the cages drones come out on top, it should be now. Get that cage up, Pumpkin, and then we can activate both Mobo and Naito skill. There, that was that attack that usually would have ended Mullberry on the spot. This side, the right side, don't need to worry about them. They'll chill. They'll do their own thing. The cage won't survive, and the insta-death attack will attack an operator. Like, I tried to bait it with the cage. Nah, it doesn't work out. So, that one's it. But, Nightingale's still up and still providing that resistance. So now we can put down Mlynar. Mlynar. Get that done. Oh, God. It's painful to look at. And when his skill is up, go activate him. And that should do it. He'll take care of the rest. And there we go. One last dude. He's dead, basically. Steps into Mlynar's range, and we're done. Mission accomplished. Oh my god. This has been weird. This has been a weird stage. But there we have it. That's how we do it. I didn't even get the Hackathon. See, that is just proof. Do this to completion, just to complete it. Get your Hackathon, get the ROP, whatever, and then just go to another stage to farm Aketons. You don't need to do this stage; it's unnecessary. So yeah, that's it from me. I'm a go. Bye.